What is going on, y'all? It is your former President Barack Obama, and in this video, I'm showing y'all how I created the humiliation proclamation. Let's do it. Just kidding. What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Simpson Awane. In this video, like we always do, we are reviewing some good old deaths in Escape from Tarkov. So if y'all are new to this series, what we pretty much do is we analyze our gameplay and we go back to every time that we die and we see what we could have done better, the things we did good, and the things that we did bad that ultimately led to the death. So the situation right here, y'all, that you see right now is that we're actually in med building, and we go up and I eliminate this guy, and then we try to go out because we hear shots on the other side of the map closer to us to our right, and stuff starts happening outside. So we decide to take the fight, and I'll skip right to it and show y'all what's popping with it. So like always, we'll play it and then we'll talk about it.
Anyway, we're just gonna be stuck there. Someone's in front of us.
What, how close?
He's shooting a player behind us.
Yeah. I'm dead. I'm dead. Directly in front.
Killed one.
Nice.
So, y'all, let's talk about that real quick. Let's rewind it back a bit so it can play from the very beginning. And as y'all can see, we leave out of this building right here, right? And like I said, we heard shots and commotion earlier when we were outside. We were like, okay, so I think another team was trying to fight us, and then they got intercepted by another team. My teammate calls out right here that he sees someone in front of him. What I immediately should have done right here is I should have been on the right side of this blue bin. I just exposed myself right here. And once again, it's always crazy when you go back and you analyze it because you don't see it in the heat of the moment. But instead of going to the right side where the tree is originally, I decided to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to expose myself to everything. So not only can I get shot from wherever this guy is in the front, but I can also get shot from the back at the hole in the wall. So once again, overexposing ourselves is a big mistake, but we don't die from that. I quickly correct that mistake, and then I hear shots on this side. Now, another big thing, I feel like this is the deal breaker in this fight. What we could have done in this situation is that whenever you're going to find yourself in the middle, you never want to be in the middle. My friend called out someone to the left. In the heat of the moment, I just wasn't thinking. I'm going to be honest with you. My friend called out somebody to the left, and I hear shots over here to my right where I'm aiming in right now. The best course of action for me would be to loop around to the right and start killing people that are over in the mechanic building directly in front of me right here, instead of going into the middle and trying to take a fight that would end up having me shot to the right anyway. Even if I would have killed the guy to the left here, the person that to the right, whenever they finished that fight, they could have just popped me in the head while I was trying to focus on this guy. So I should have definitely repositioned myself, and that could have turned the whole entire fight around in and of itself. But the biggest issue that we have, right, once again, hesitation kills in Tarkov. So I see this guy, and the thing is, y'all, with this specific situation right here, this guy is way too far out. You know, you'll hear other YouTubers talk about it so much, and it's so important, and it's playing to your kit. I have a PX sight on this AK, and even though it's not impossible to hit my shots, it is very hard for me to see this person. Even when I have a pause right now, it's difficult for me to find this person and then spot him out. So I'm sitting down, and even though it's a good thing, what I did right here is instead of moving and ADing like I told y'all not to do in the previous videos, I'm still not even able to see this guy. If I had even a 2-time sight, this could have been an easy kill, but because I had a 1-times and it was hard for me to see, I was assuming that I was tracking him correctly, and I wasn't. Maybe I did hit him once or twice in the chest, but he was able to quickly turn to me and instantaneously eliminate me. I'm going to assume that he had a submachine gun of some sort because he was able to move to the left and instantaneously headshot me. But like I said, you know, I see him, I'm like, oh, is that a player? He immediately sees me. So right now, pausing this, I didn't even know he saw me at this moment. I thought I had like a good 2 or 3 seconds, but he does immediately see me, and I think I do get a shot off. I think you see blood splatter right there. I probably hit him in the leg or hit him in the chest or stomach once, and then I'm way off a target. As you can see right here, y'all, I mean, he is nowhere near my reticle. So, you know, I'm shooting him, trying to adjust and everything. He's moving left and right. He's got a good position where he is. Well, not necessarily a good position, but where he is, you know, he is behind him. It's very difficult for me to make out where he is because of my my sight and my positioning. So this situation right here, y'all, very bad. You know, you always want to reposition, and the biggest thing with this scenario is always fight to your kit. If you think you can take a fight, you think you can get like a lucky shot, it would have been better for me to try to maybe take a pop shot at him and see if I can get a headshot off of him or something like that, instead of me just trying to sit there and go full auto on him, especially if I'm not confident that I can see him. I'm just assuming and praying that one of my bullets kills him. So that was the number 1 scenario right there. But let's go to the number 2 scenario. Once again, y'all, scenario number 2 is right back in the spot from the last video. We are in the new area of construction. We call this new construction. We're going up top once again. We did that method before where I had one teammate going up the other steps, and me and my teammate, you can't see him, but he's a little bit over to the right here. We're clearing this side. We heard people fighting the ball scabs here, so we're like, it's time for us to capitalize and try to third party to get a quick cleanup. So I'm going to play it and then we'll talk about it.
Where are you, dude?
Yeah, he's right there.
Are you dead?
To the right, dude.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Those your nades?
Yeah.
You're second floor, right?
Yeah.
He's on the right side.
Yeah. There's two. Oh, I didn't know there was 2, man. Bro, oh no.
All right, y'all, so let's go back and we talk about that one. So right here, y'all, let's go back a little bit here. Let's mute this. Oh shit, it's not muted. Okay, let's go back, y'all. So right here, what happens, right, is like I said, we're attacking, we come up, they instantly kill my teammates, so they're throwing grenades and everything. And the very first thing we do, y'all, once again, man, inactivity, but I'm like, okay, let me run to the right. Now, this was a good play here because I run to the right, and the thing with Tarkov is the desync. So, they don't see you on your screen. They don't see you the same time that you see them if you're actively moving. So I thought to myself, one of us has to move. We're not just going to hold this stationary spot forever. So it was a good idea for me running across like this. Now, I could have jumped as well because when I ran across, if he would have, either been paying attention or maybe if the desync wasn't that bad for him, he still could have headshot me or fucked me up pretty bad. But, he started popping shots at me, but it was too late. So this was a good play right here. I ran across and I saw him. And I'm like, okay, I see him. I see one. He's right at the gunner like my friend told me before he had died. I throw a grenade, right? And this is where it kills you, man. Assumptions in Tarkov are deadly. I'm assuming it's only one person because that's why I peek that corner and I throw a grenade, because I'm thinking to myself, if there's more than one, he probably has a teammate hiding somewhere. So I throw that grenade and I don't hear any movement at all. So I'm like, okay, there's only one. There has to be only one. So I double check and I go back again, run back across again. I see him shoot at me and I'm like, okay, it's time to get active. I only see him. I know where he's at. He's going to try to reposition. I'm like, oh, no problem. I hear him reloading and boom. Y'all, assumptions, man. Assumptions are deadly. This right here was the biggest mistake. Right when I came around this corner and I saw 2, and it's funny because there was actually 3 off screen to my left a little bit on this other corner. There's actually a 3rd individual that you don't see. I come around this corner and like I said, I see 2 of them. Smart play by them. They read me like a book. I heard him reloading, and I'm pretty sure it was his teammate to the right that didn't even need to reload. He reloaded, and he knew that would bait me out, and when I came around that corner, it was too late. I knew I was dead. So the biggest issue we have right here, y'all, was assuming. You never assume that there's just one. I mean, that's just common sense, right? Never assume that there's just one. On top of that, what I should have been doing, the major mistake here was communicating with my other teammate. What my other teammate was doing on the other side of the steps is he told me that he was afraid to come up because he had died on that other side previously. So he was up there just holding a certain angle. He didn't want to peek his head so he wouldn't get headshot. So I should have communicated with him. Okay, I'm going to throw a grenade. I'm going to run across. Okay, I only see one so far. I'm going to start collapsing on them. I want you to push with me. So that way we could, take the fight together. But I kind of just went into like Rambo mode as if I was solo. And like I said, y'all, assumptions are deadly, man. You never want to go straight in and assume. And on top of that, another big thing that I could have done in this situation as well is I could have looped around. Let's see if I can get a good angle on it. When I turn around this way, I could have looped around back on this side right here, and I could have taken another unpredictable angle. See, this person's dead right here. I'm pretty sure that's a scav that they had killed earlier. I could have easily looped around and taken another position and thrown a grenade, and if I would have taken another position and maybe even regrouped up with my teammate, I would have seen that there was 3 people and not just 2. So being on this side, they could have pushed me in any moment, and because we were so isolated and we took so long to do something, you see what happens, man. They read me like a book. They knew that I was going to try to push them after the guy reloaded, and they capitalized on it. So It's a mixture of being aggressive and being passive, and also not assuming anything, y'all. Do not assume. I said do not assume. Alrighty then, y'all, and that is it for this video. Once again, y'all, let me know what y'all think of these videos in the comments below, man. Do these help y'all out? Do y'all like these kind of videos? You know, do they make you happy? Do they make your testicles tingle? You know, let me know how you feeling about these, man. Leave a like and a comment, and if you like the channel, man, make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. And like I said, y'all, I will catch y'all all in the next one. T918 out of here.